Hey, I'm Dave, and today I want to talk to you about the difference between connected eye contact and look at the talker. Hi, I'm Dave Jereb, occupational therapist and owner of MoveAbout Therapy Services. We've had a clinic in Sydney, Australia for 14 years and in the Central Coast for the past 5 years. Many of the families we work with, particularly those who have children with autism spectrum disorders, are eager to help those guys to make better eye contact. So often there's a goal that they'll show improved eye contact, more eye contact, longer eye contact, whatever the goal is. And there's different ways of approaching this. Some of the kids that we see have had people try and teach eye contact or force eye contact. Well-meaning families doing the best they can, using phrases like look at the talker. And I want to chat to you about why not only do I not think that that's a helpful approach to getting eye contact, particularly connected eye contact, which is what we want, that it actually can make it less likely that that child will make connected eye contact. So prolonged eye contact is actually uncomfortable for all of us. So maybe not through this camera, but if we were face to face and I was to stare at you like this, and maybe even through this camera, it would start to get uncomfortable pretty quickly. We take breaks to look away, and then we return. It's intense eye contact. Now, what research actually shows us is for people with autism, it's far more intense. And actually, eye contact triggers their amygdala, which is their part of their brain that registers fear. So if we're forcing eye contact, what we're doing is we're firing up their fear brain, which is saying you need to fight or flee or freeze. So sometimes kids learn to, when they're asked to look at the talker, they learn to look at the talker and they stare at the talker. They find a spot on the nose, on the forehead. They often look through the talker. So we often see a glaze. What we don't see is connected eye contact, where we see a gleam in the eye, where they're connecting soul to soul and they're calm enough to be able to connect and read the other person's cues and to be able to have that sharing and that engagement. That's what we're looking for, right? We're not looking for kids to be able to just look in the right direction. We want kids to connect with us, and we certainly don't want kids to be stressed out and fearful. So if forced eye contact triggers that fear brain, makes them flip their lid, they're not learning anything with it, and actually they maybe are learning that hanging out with neurotypicals is a stressful experience, and they might learn compliance, they might learn to ignore their own feelings. We don't want that. We want connected eye contact. So how do we get that shared social referencing, that connected eye contact, where they're referring to the other person, checking in and really connecting? And the way we get it is through relationship. We get it through warmth, and we get it through oxytocin. So sometimes we talk in our practice about the work we do is oxytocin-centered care. So let me tell you a bit about oxytocin. Here's a really, really cool thing. When oxytocin is flowing, it sends inhibitory messages to the amygdala that says you're not needed. So when do we juice up our oxytocin systems? Often we think about it with mums and new bubs. We think about it during breastfeeding. We think about it through romantic love. It's certainly through familial love, close friendships, and also compassionate interactions. So when we're in sessions, we want to woo the eye contact out of kids. We want to be interesting, exciting, but also empathetic and accepting of where they're at. We want to connect with those kids, and we use enhanced interactions, so natural cues, but we might go whoa, 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 and that draws their eye to look. Something interesting is going to happen here. We haven't forced them to look. They get that internal experience of affect that draws them to look, and when they do, they get the aha of this shared joy, this shared experience. Things happen. So if you want to think about it behaviorally, we use natural cues and then we reinforce the behavior we're trying to get, which is eye contact. I don't think about it that way, but really that's what we're doing, and we're doing it in a respectful, nurturing way. So we want to woo the eye contact. We want to woo it through fun, caring, oxytocin-centered interactions, which then help that child know that I can make things happen, and that other people can be helpful and caring, and I can feel good during times when I look at other people. I can share and I can learn from them so that I understand the world better, and I can convey how I'm feeling as well, and that will be respected, so that my feelings will be respected, and other people make me feel good rather than making me feel fearful through that forced eye contact or forced interactions. So I don't want to come down hard on people who have done that. People want the child to have the best in their world. They want them to have all the joys of social interactions, and we see eye contact as an important part of that. But it's not about the eyes looking in the right direction. It's about sharing soul to soul. So remember, forced eye contact, look at the talker, gets looking towards the talker, looking through the talker. It engages their fear brain, which might make them less likely to want to connect with us. Whereas oxytocin-centered strategies, where we are playful and caring and woo that eye contact, that's going to get eye contact that is really sustainable, and that is really, it's going to come back again and again as they start to enjoy those experiences with other people, enjoy the experience of looking and better understanding other people as well. That's it for today. Don't forget, if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments section below. And also let us know if you have any other ideas for beach topics. Also, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button so you get this content as soon as we release it.